back to the game tower. Today, I'm doing a quick hit on Covert. Now, Covert is a game that gets perpetrated as an interesting and puzzly dice worker placement affair of international espionage, which is what drew me to it with eager anticipation for my first play. Now, before I go further, I'd like to quote some other reviewers on the game. Z Garcia of the Dice Tower said, "Definitely big thumbs up, check it out." Richard Ham of Rattle Runs Through said, "There's so much going on in this game, it's delightful." He also said, "Hopefully I was able to illustrate how brilliant the design is." And then the Game Boy Geek gushed over Covert, saying things such as, "There's so much to think about, it's excellent and very puzzling, it's a great design." So what could possibly be wrong? Well, allow me to rend the disguise off the elaborate ruse that is Covert. The means of Covert's machinations are the only good that comes out of playing it, for it is within the ends that there is an abhorrent dereliction of duty on behalf of Clank Clanko and Renegade Game Studios. Their abandonment of the development process becomes abundantly clear when one takes a look at the missions deck. If you're not familiar with Covert, the mission cards are the objectives you're trying to complete 6 of before your opponents do. How, may you ask, does this deck direct such a well-oiled machine over a trite cliff to a fiery failing finale? Quite simply, by being the most imbalanced point-scoring mechanism in a Euro game to date. When you calculate the number of actions required to complete any given mission card, you can then ascribe a value to that card that should directly correlate with the card's end-game point-scoring value. In Covert, this rationale is inverted, as the easier to accomplish icon-based cards are worth the most points, while the more burdensome location-based mission cards are deep value despite their potential to be action cost prohibitive, depending on the current locations of your agents. So let's take a closer look. You acquire those cards by placing 1 action dice at this location. You also have to acquire your mission cards from this location. In order to score a mission card, you have to place 1 of your action dice in this location. Now, for an example, this would be one of the location-based cards, where you have to get your 2 agents to Leningrad and Bucharest, and if you do so, you'll be rewarded with 6 points. So in order to accomplish that in the game, you have to move your agents across the board to those 2 locations. The reason why these are so challenging is because each action requires that you place 1 of your action dice in this location, so that you can move all 3 of your agents 1 location each. So in order to complete this mission card, you have to take 2 of these actions, 1 of these actions, and 1 of these actions, for 4 actions total, scoring you 10 points. Whereas with the location cards, or even the mixed location and icon cards, you may have to move your agents multiple times just to get to that location, which can cost extra action dice, or even extra usage of cards as airplane tickets. As you can see, the easiest cards to accomplish are inversely worth what the most difficult location cards should be. This egregious error is even more compounded by how randomly mission cards are collected. Each card costs an action die, and thus can be a complete waste of an action if you draw one of the low-value cards. When you're forced by the game's mechanics to potentially waste actions, it becomes a means of unjustly handicapping some players while providing advantages to other players. Having cards in the game with such extreme range of points values, from 3 to 15, only amplifies the bias of the card distribution within the deck. Breaking the deck down further, the median average card value is 9.3 points. And the difference between drawing an average 9-point card or below average versus an above average card is a coin flip. However, If you lose this coin flip, 76% of the bottom of the deck is in the 3 to 8 point range, making that card draw a dead or detrimental action. My suggestion is to avoid this premature production at all costs. The only true solution for Covert is to have Klenko and Renegade Games Studios actually design a properly balanced mission deck. Now, if you were suckered into purchasing Covert, my only solution for you is to remove all of the mission cards that are worth less than 9 points. This leaves the deck with 38 cards, 20 or more are below average by only 1 to 2 points, while 6 cards are average and only 12 are above. If you wanted to balance this deck further, I would also remove the 2 15-point cards. With removing these 2 cards, I would also suggest applying a 7 mission card cap for each player. Limiting player hands is necessary to prevent a card hoarding strategy that would break the game with a reduced deck. So hopefully I was able to save you a few dollars by avoiding the purchase of Covert, which is a great game if only the point scoring mechanism was truly balanced. I'm Mike for the Game Tower, and please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and even share this video. You can also support me on Patreon with the link in the description. Thanks for watching.